Here are the 5 things that I would do if I'm in the market for purchasing a home. Number 1, I would not use the big banks like Wells Fargo, Chase Bank, Bank of America. Look at those guys. They work 9 to 5. They don't really care. Your customer service is not their big thing. And when you're purchasing a home, there's a lot of ups and downs. You want the customer service. And honestly, they just don't care because they're getting a paycheck regardless of how things go. Number 2, very, very important. Get yourself a good realtor. I want to say great, but it's very hard to find great realtors, but I would get at least a good one. Not your friend, not your cousin, not your tia. Okay, I'm sorry to say that. Get someone who can negotiate. If you don't like the way that your realtor or your friend communicates to you, then do not hire them for yourself. Get a realtor that knows how to communicate, because a realtor that knows what they're doing literally can get you an extra $10, $12, $15,000 at closing, and I see it all the time. Some of the weak realtors, they just submit because they just need the paycheck. Some of the strongest realtors, even though they need the paycheck, they're going to negotiate and they're going to do their best. Now, obviously, it doesn't matter how great of a realtor you are. In some situations, you're just not going to get what you want. But in most cases, if you have a great communicator as a realtor, you're going to get more than what you would have without that realtor. I cannot stress how important realtors pay for themselves if they're great communicators and great negotiators. Number 3, think big picture, okay? And what I mean by that is you're not always going to get what you want. I know you want X, Y, and Z, and you say you will not deviate. But listen, big picture. And let me give you an example of myself. I said to myself, I want a 3-car garage and I want 1 story. Right? Don't even look at 2 stories, and I don't even look at 2-car garage. Well, my house legitimately has 4 bedrooms and an office, but it's 2-story and 2-car garage. But when I said to myself, wait, I get my own room, both my boys get their own room, I get a spare bedroom for guests or whatnot, and then I get my own office, man, that's a hard deal to pass up. So even though I said to I wasn't even looking, right, for anything 2-story because I wanted 1 story. But you got to understand big picture. The 4 bedrooms and an office meets my needs more than the single story and the 3-car garage. Number 4, do not worry about the future. Listen, if you can afford on paper to buy that home now, buy the home now, because there's always a future in where you end up making the mortgage payment or you end up losing the house. You just don't know. So you might as well get the home now and let tomorrow worry about tomorrow. Now, you can't make this type of decision when purchasing a car, right? You can't make that same decision when taking out credit cards or doing a bunch of other garbage. But when purchasing your home, you cannot not buy because you're scared of not being able to afford. That's why the housing prices have gone up. The rent has gone up. Mortgage interest rates for a while had gone up. Just if you can afford now, buy now and let the future take care of itself. And number 5, if you live in the state of Arizona, give me a call. Let me do your mortgage. Why? Well, for 1, I like to feed my family. Let's be honest. But for 2, try and find a better interest rate than me. Try and find a more competitive mortgage payment than me. It's going to be very, very difficult. So yes, I win, but only because you win, right? You use me because you win, and in return, hopefully, I win by serving you. If you have any questions, you want to talk more about anything else, give me a call. Ruben Chavez, 2 Strong Mortgage.